Um, I'm sure he'll do that.
All right, so we haven't really been able to spectate the Guardians as they came through the matches. Have you had a chance to look at them at all yet for your upcoming game?
We have no idea what we're up against. I have not seen a Guardian match yet. Actually, I caught a glimpse of Full Fire, and it looked like they were just bunkering. I thought maybe they were going to run some enemy DPS builds or something like that, but it seems like just a lot of bunker and greatsword specs, so we should be able to go toe-to-toe with that.
Who do you think is going to be doing the best of bunkering, Titan or one of their Guardians?
I guess protection is going to be a big role.
No, you gotta show your man Titan. Titan
yes.
is the Titan.
Titan is doing it up for the Warriors. That is the definition of sturdy body right there.
I've been playing a lot of Guardian Bunker lately. Shout out to Ajin, I copy your build. Also, Vonathil, I copy your build, and I just play and I bunker. And Titan, I think, just put me in the ground with what I've seen from him. So, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Titan bunker builds coming up in solo queue and tournaments soon. So, hey, if that actually happens, shout out to you and Titan for making that happen.
Yeah, definitely. Always looking for new specs and new ways to play the Warrior. You know, we have that high health pool. Might as well put it to use.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Of course, I haven't played a Guardian since September, so I'm very excited to see how they handle your Warriors. But fantastic.
It's going to be a slow fight.
So are you guys going to be running the damage per boon? I assume you're going to. The last strength and discipline right there.
Yeah, we've been discussing destruction of the empowered, and we may be making that change. Most likely we'll be making that change, I should say, on our DPS to Greatsword Warriors, because that's just going to add the damage up.
Absolutely. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see this. I would love it to go to Game 5. That would be fantastic. How's it going with the new Warrior jumping in? He looks like he's going to be VP, or...
Stop responding to, oh, wait, 1, 2, 3. I got 5 people in TS. All right, I'm going to get them set up.
Awesome.
All right, I'll see you guys in game.
Hey, looking to talk to you soon, K-Pop.
We're going to be adding you once more time. You can have some time to talk to your team, but as soon as we get a hold of the Guardians coach, we'll get you two together for a quick pregame.
Hey, thanks, K-Pop. Thanks, Nate. We'll be talking to you again pretty soon, K-Pop.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, so... for those of you who may be joining us late, my name is Filibuster Fox, and I'm from Tower Dive TV, and joining me today as my co-host is Android, and he is a stalwart member of the Guild Wars 2 PvP community.
And I like to say losers. I'm just kidding. My name's Android. You might know me as Sean Buell on Into the Mist on the Guild Wars website, as well as GW2 Esports subreddit. Really looking forward to these games coming up. We're into the final matches of the SOAC tournament. It's been running for about 4 hours now. It's been great. Thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. Hopefully Guild Wars 2, this can be the start of the esports career for this game. Wanted to go ahead, do some shout-outs, do some thank yous. Thank you SOAC Gaming for running this tournament. We really appreciate it. Tower Dive TV, thank you for helping us to produce it and publish this tournament. You guys have been so much help. And then to Maker, Guild Wars 2 Guru, Into the Mist, your help with these custom arenas, we couldn't have had these tournaments without them. So thank you guys so much as well. And just the community has been so awesome for this game.
Yeah, we were kind of testing the waters for the new growing esports community in Guild Wars 2, and I have to say we're pretty impressed with our first take. We're very excited to get more involved with it. I am especially excited. I'm having a blast tonight. I mean, I had a crash course yesterday in what I need to know about Guild Wars 2 PvP because I never really did it. And Sean, very helpful in that. But he's, you know, providing that knowledge, and I'm just providing my good looks, which unfortunately you're not getting to see because it crashed the stream last time, so we're just going to keep that off. But,
at least you get to experience his godly voice. For me, it's fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy it just as much as I do.
So
coming coming into these final games too, we are going to be having some giveaways after the first and second match. If you guys want to get ready, open up your Guild Wars 2 client. I have some gem cards I'm going to be giving away, one after each match. But I am going to be leaving the last letter off both of them. So it's going to be up to you guys to try and find that out real quick. And, you know, you can get some cool primeval armor, and you can look like my Guardian. Crichton armor, you can look like my Ranger. I always forget the light armor one, so I'm sorry. But you could also get a cool Quaggin backpack, some dice, so stuff like that. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned.
Do you need he'd come to dance for my camera angle now that he's found me? I've been adjusting it around a little, but he managed to locate it, and we're seeing a little bit of Tigger the Tiger dancing.
Fantastic. What are you guys excited for? Do you guys want to see? We have not got to watch. We have not gotten to watch any of the Guardian play. Is there anyone in chat that have watched it? Who's the MVP we should be looking for from the community point of view? Is there anyone that you really saw maybe destroying the Elementalists or any of the other classes? Titan, unfortunately, he's not a Guardian.
Wrong team.
I love Titan. He looks like one, he plays like one, but he is not a Guardian.
All right.
Mag Swag. I don't know if that's a Guardian. If it is, that's awesome. I'd love to call someone Mag Swag. Oh, Apollo. Is he actually a Guardian? I saw him in here earlier. Is that Captain Apollo? Love to see you, Apollo. Some Apollo versus Titan action.
All right, so hopefully soon here, once the coaches are ready, we'll be able to drag them in for a call. Now, we're going to have to give the Warriors team a little bit of extra time here to adjust their new member here. So as soon as he gets caught up and ready to go, we'll get right into this best-of-5 match between the Warriors and the Guardians. Looks like the Warriors are going to be on the right side. Thankfully, my UI is already set up properly for that. So let me go ahead and have you, Android, talk to the coaches there and find out when they'll be ready to come in for the pregame interview, and then we can get this match going as soon as their teams are ready. Now, we are going to definitely throw in some plugs right now. Tower Dive TV, the hosts of this stream, and of course, myself being a fantastic member of, we have a website at www.towerdive.tv. We have a YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/towerdivetv. We have a Twitter at twitter.com/TowerDiveTV. You're noticing a trend here. And of course, you can follow me specifically at FilibusterFox, and you can follow Sean here, Android, at Sean Bill.
I put it in chat right there. I don't want to confuse any of you guys with the spelling. I have it right there in the chat. If you want up-to-date eSport news for Guild Wars 2, you could absolutely follow me on Twitter. I post there daily now. So
okay, so while we're waiting on the coaches to come up, I'm going to go invite the owner of Tower Dive TV to come in and have a few words for the stream. And of course, she'll be added in here shortly. Here she comes as Lunette the Herald when she answers the call, and we'll see what she has to say very shortly here. In the meantime, shout if you have any questions about anything, so on and so forth in the chat. We'll answer AMAs, whatever you want to ask. It doesn't have to be game related. And here she is.
One last thing right before, sorry to cut you off on that. One more shout out to sittingonacouch.com. And they also have a YouTube, SOAC Gaming. Be sure to check it out and get excited for next month's SOAC tournament. How's it going?
Hi, guys.
Why, hello there.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I've been really impressed with the matches today. They've all been really fun. The casting has been absolutely excellent. I'm really glad that we could go ahead and step in to help out. For the people asking in chat, we'll be giving away some gems here in between, I think, every single match. That
after the first and second game, we will be giving away some gems.
All right, so after the first and second games, we're going to have some gems to give away from you guys. I think Sean's going to be doing that. In the meantime, guys, had a great response from this. If you guys would like to continue to see content coming out like this, not only from the Guild Wars 2 community, but from Tower Dive TV and the casters you've seen here today, let us know in the chat so we can go ahead and get in contact with some people about running tournaments like these much more regularly for all of you, both on an amateur and a professional level.
Indeed. We have a lot of experience running tournaments, and it will help out quite a bit. Just off the back of that there. Now, you may be familiar with us from League of Legends. That is our primary thing. But we're really excited about this Guild Wars thing, and we're going to be wanting to do a lot more with it. And we're looking forward to getting involved in the community here. It's a blast. I'm having great fun casting this. And my voice still hasn't gone out. Yay!
Wonderful. You know, if you guys are interested in helping to grow this as an esport, one of the best things you guys can do is help us to get funding for tournaments like this. If you're interested in any of that, feel free to visit our website at towerdive.tv. That's just towerdive.tv, no .com or anything like that. And you can find information on the website about how to help us out with different things like that. It will help us to get off the ground and make sure that we can continue to bring consistently amazing tournaments like this to the community, as well as give away more gems.
Gems. Gems are truly outrageous. They are truly, truly outrageous.
Oh, you had to do it, didn't you?
Of course.
You had to get some Tarek in here. And just to remind you guys again, if you didn't catch it, I will only be giving the first 19 digits of these gem cards. You do have to be logged into your game to put them in, and you will have to guess the last letter. Yes, it is a letter on both of them, so you don't have to worry about any numbers or anything like that. If you're not sure what a gem is, if you have Guild Wars 2, the black market trading tab near the top, they're used for microtransactions. You can even convert them to gold if you like. So if you want to get that awesome Primeval armor, that Crichton armor, some dice, some backpacks, some boosts, you can use these gems to do so.
Sean, I'm going to come in and I'm going to steal all the gem cards for my level 12s.
Hey, absolutely. Just to put this out there, I've probably have 600 hours played Guild Wars 2. I have not played any PvE. All of my characters are level 1 or 2 just from the beginning quest. So your level 12 is higher than my level 2.
My level 18 is like so pro. I'll teach you how to PvE if you teach me how to PvP.
Teach me how to PvE. I never want to play PvE. I'm sorry. So
Man. Well, at least we're all set on that. We can all be noobs together.
Absolutely. I'll teach you guys how to play PvP, though. I'm always solo queuing, so you can play with me, and we can lose some tournaments. It'll be awesome.
Well, I don't know if you heard, Lunette.
Can you... Yes, dear.
But I've been invited to join a pro team as their double pistol rogue.
Oh, that's hilarious! Oh, that's hilarious. I'm sorry, Foxy, but I wouldn't let you within 40 feet of a pro team.
That would be so awful. Yeah, all the coaches are going to carry me through all the matches. It'll be great. We'll be the best team, and double pistols will be the new form of the moment.
Just try not to feed, and I think everything will be okay. I have a question, though. Can you spectate through individuals? Like, if Sean was doing a match, could I just spectate off of him like you can in League?
Actually, that's what I'm doing right now.
If we were doing a custom match, yes. Unfortunately, the matchmaking queue, which we do sometimes, you can't spectate. But this is still just infancy. We've only had streaming for about a week and a half. So maybe we will be able to see some right-click to view spectating, and you can watch my solo queue games where I run around and throw a billion grenades on my engineer.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea. Mostly because, you know, if people are asking for more casting and stuff like that, maybe find some good players, go ahead and bring you guys some awesome matches and all that good kind of junk. It'll be... good times, man. Good times. I have no idea anything about Guild Wars 2. That's why I'm not commentating tonight. But yeah, it would be cool to get somebody like Foxy in here and just, you know, laying that smooth voice down in everybody's ears. I didn't have a less inappropriate comment for that. So I'm gonna shut up now.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
My.
As someone that's new to the Guild Wars 2 scene, this is really the first time that you've watched it. What's something that you found most exciting about spectating this?
One of the best things about spectating this game, I think, more so comes from the commentators than the game itself, though I do love the game, I love the graphics, but everything that you guys have explained has been very easy to keep up with. Even somebody who has absolutely no idea what they're doing in this game has been able to essentially come in, see it, and find it very enjoyable despite having no idea what's going on in terms of actual mechanics.
Fantastic. That means I'm
glad
perfect
to
for this.
see you enjoying it, yeah. And guys, in chat, if you guys are excited, if we're back next month for their SOAC tournament, and this is going to have a month worth of planning, not 2 weeks, or sorry, not 2 weeks, 2 days. We're going to know a lot more about the game by then, so you're going to see some even better casting if we do happen to be back. So be ready for that.
And it so happens Tower Dive TV does have casters who are a lot more experienced with Guild Wars 2 than me. I did not know this prior hand, but, you know, 48 hours wasn't much time to prepare. But, you know, we'll get it sorted out. So there's a lot of potential coming up from this. We're very, very excited. And we're glad to have you all with us. There's great viewership for a out-of-the-blue tournament. 322 viewers right now. Fantastic, guys. You know, this wouldn't be a thing without the viewers, so we really appreciate you all coming in and supporting esports. For, sorry, I got distracted by someone saying I was amazing, like ADD to flattery.
Of course.
I'm the same way. I start reading chat, and I'm like, yep, I'm shutting down my ears right now. So.
But yes, so, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and... I'll grab the Guardians while we interview the coaches. I went through the Warriors early. If we have time during the coaches interview, I'll try and show the builds that everyone has going. Oh, wait, the match is starting soon. Apparently, we're not going to talk to the coaches first. We're going to go right into this match in the best of 5. All right, guys, are you ready for this? Go ahead and cheer down for your team. Lunette, you can exit if you would, please, just in case. And we'll go right into this match. My name is Filibuster Fox, and I'm from Tower Dive TV, joined today by Android. And we are going to...
known as Shambule.
Exactly.
And we are going into match 1 of the finals, Warriors versus Guardians.
Right out the gate, we've got the red team going for the mine, blue team going for the hedge, and 4 going for the red team up to the keep, while 3 for the blue team are going right in. So the Warriors and the Guardians are going to start a nice early fight for the keep. A couple of the Guardians sneaking up from behind. No one going for the buffs yet. A blue Warrior sneaking around rather sneakily to the back of that. But we've got Kain already in the middle here. Let's see how he stands up to the damage that the Guardians can put out. See if he can out-bunker the Bunker Pros. And we will see how that goes. What do you think we're going to see out of Titan in this match?
I think this is going to be a straight-up bunker fight. I'm hoping to see some Titan versus some Guardians right in mid, all game, kind of battle royale. Don't even go side notes. I do not care. I want to see a mid fight. I don't see Titan dying, though. And then, as I say that, he is losing health. These Guardians are doing massive damage.
Absolutely.
And look at those boons coming out from those Guardians.
And
that is insane.
They're all at full health, too. We've got 2 dead on the blue team, 2 low, and Miser Lord just coming into the fight now, but they're so far behind. Scrub Hates PvE already down. That will be the replacement for Parmesan Sticks. They're taking so much damage, and these Guardians are off to a dominating lead here. Professor Chops is going around to the mine to backdoor a little bit. They may try for the point advantage that they had in the last match between the Rangers and themselves, really forcing the points. But we've got Brave Shikari here fighting Professor Chops on the point. Meanwhile, Titan on his way back up to the keep, seeing if he can get right back in to prevent any sort of control from the Guardians on that here. But it looks like the Warriors are more, you know, having a lot of trouble coming into this match.
And this is something great you almost never see. No one is even caring about the buffs. They do not need the stats, and they do not want to waste that precious time away from their nodes in these crazy bunker damage fights.
Indeed, the keep is secured by the Guardians, not even contested right now. No one showing up there. Everyone from the blue seems to be forcing, defending either the hedge or forcing onto the mine. It looks like they did not like that first fight at the keep and don't really want to have it come down to that. They may just let the red team hold on to that.
And we are seeing that slight advantage towards the Guardians right now, but this is still a very close game. Especially, the Warriors do have slightly more burst damage on some of their champions. They have Mr. Lord, and they also have Professor Chops on those great swords. So if they wanted to rush some buffs, which would probably help them out a lot right now, they could easily get back into this game.
Absolutely. And the Warriors, you know, they're 50 points behind. Is very early, and we've seen comebacks from a lot further behind in this, and back and fours that were huge with an amount like 100 behind. And down goes Chops to Arkin there, taking an easy kill there on Chops all by himself, just walking away with almost full health. He's happy right now, managing to pick off another one of these Warriors and solidify their lead. They're now leading by 90 points, and it's looking harder and harder for the Warriors in this match.
Yeah, the Guardians were actually able to go, while they have a point lead in capture points, they were able to go and they two-manned Svanir right there. Gave them that buff and gave them the extra 25 points.
And they're so very tanky. I mean, we've got Miser Lord right in the middle of them doing almost no damage and getting taken down himself. There goes the stomp on him, and now Titan's in trouble. He's in the middle of them. He's taking so much damage. His tankiness is just not holding up like it has been in the previous matches, and he's in a terrible 4-on-1 situation here. And down goes the stomp on Scrub Hates PvP. He was caught in the back by Brave Shikari there, who's going to come and help the kill on Titan.
This is actually insane. If you are looking at the boons on Guardians, they were up to 20 might stacks on every single person except Team Captain. And they had permanent stability. They had permanent retaliation. And that's why it's so hard for these warriors. They're doing 33% less damage. They are taking damage back. And that Warhammer just is not doing as much as it normally does because they cannot get any of the knockdowns onto these Guardians.
Nice move by the blue team. The Warriors choosing to take Chieftain down to help close up that lead a little. But Red is still leading by 110 points. And they've really got to try and make something happen here. They're having a lot of trouble in these team fights. And just all the boons that they're stacking on the red team is just making it so very hard. But Chops is going right in for the keep here. And it's against Daniel and Arkin Elric. Off in the background, someone else was around there too, but it looks like he went around and left. So it's Chops and Miser Lord against these two in the mid. Down goes Chops. He's fighting for his life now. Here comes Scrub Hates PvP for the revive on Chops. Is he going to be able to get it up in time? Up goes Chops. And these two red players are in a lot of trouble here. It's 2-on-3, and they're doing a great job of tanking here. They're bunkering fantastically. Even the little guy showing up just how much tankiness he has. Down goes Titan. Miser Lord barely still alive here. And the lowest Daniel immediately held back to full here as they're just holding this midpoint against the blue team without a whole lot of danger. Leading 140 points now. They're just continuing to grow their lead, and the Warriors don't really have any answer to this Guardian team.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just this boon control that the Guardians have. It's making them unstoppable. It's actually kind of hard to watch because you see the human, you see the Azura classes, and the the Warriors are just towering over them. It makes it hard to watch.
It is. There are so many very, very large people against the tiny Guardians, but the Guardians, despite their short size, are packing tons of tankiness, tons of damage. Do not estimate your opponent based on how tall they stand. Estimate by how far ahead they are winning. They're 180 points ahead right now. That is huge. They're easily going to take this game if they can hold on to at least 1 point and prevent a big comeback from the Warriors here. This is so in the hands of the Guardian, and it's going to be a lot of trouble. It's not impossible, but it's looking very close to it.
And what we really needed to see was the Warriors have more control on the buffs. They didn't go for any of them throughout the match, and the Guardians have had a 2-point control as well as buff control, which the Warriors really needed to stay in this game.
Look at all those bonuses on Arkin there. I mean, a lot of them disappeared as soon as I started talking about it, but it was almost to the freaking scorecard. So many buffs going from these Guardians. And it's just proving so difficult for these tanky Warriors to do enough damage to get through that. Miser is down. He's respawning. Titan in a lot of trouble now. He's getting taken down so very hard. He's right out of here. He'll be able to
And I don't think I've seen Titan die so many times in one game. That retaliation is just destroying him. That stability. He cannot knock anyone down, and it's really hard for them this game.
And the stomp onto Chomps. Oh, it barely doesn't connect. Chops gets right back up in time as he uses it up to get back into the fight here. Try and 2v1 Sky Avalon and Team Captain Apollo as they try to defend this point, and he goes down and dies without much effort. Now, only 50 points left for the red team to get. 250 points for the blue team. This is easily going to the Guardians' hands, and we're going to have to see some adjustments for the Warriors for the next game. They're going to have to do something to change this momentum away from the Guardians.
It's the Guardians. They're still doing it. They have 2 points, and they are still able to afford to send 2 people to take buffs. Once they get Svanir, this game is theirs.
And
first game going to the Guardian.
504 to 270, a dominating lead by the Guardians there. Sky Avalon and Arkin Elric leading the charts, but the rest of them not far behind. Even the lowest scoring on the red team has over double the next closest score on the blue team. And that's a dangerous, dangerous thing to go into a second game from. Coming off of a loss like this is so very hard to come back from, and they're really going to have to figure out something to make this happen. Oh boy, that was quite the match. The Warriors been doing so very, very strong, but these practice that the Guardians have been doing in the past as a team really coming to show, and they're really very coordinated in that match.
And let's get to actually these interviews. We weren't able to talk to the players, or sorry, the coaches prior to the game. We kind of readied up too fast. So let's go ahead and go to that now. I'm going to add K-pop as well as Jax to this call.
All right, as we welcome those gentlemen in here very shortly, we will be looking forward to talking to them. To go ahead and prep you on this next match we'll be doing is the largest match in Guild Wars 2 for PvP, and it has a very unique gameplay focus that I want to bring to your attention while Sean is bringing them into the call. Each of these bases has 2 gates that are destructible that will allow you into the opposing base to fight the Lord, who will be standing either there or there for the red team. And this Lord is worth 150 points. So if you get up to 350 points, take the Lord, you win the game instantly. And that may be something we see the Warriors attempt to do to try to play against this Guardian team that came out so strong in the first match. It'll be very interesting to watch. But hey, we've got the coaches now. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the call.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
All right, so let's go to K-pop first. What happened there? Was that strictly the boons that were able to hold the Warriors down and hold them from taking those fights?
Well, I think we weren't expecting as many DPS guards as we saw there, and a lot of my guys don't have as much experience against that tele-spike, so that early damage was coming in hard, and that exploding shield was definitely cleaving a lot of people in that mid-fight initially. We tried to potentially drop some of our Condi clear, thinking we weren't going to need as much, and we were kind of right on that, but we just didn't have the right take on the match.
Absolutely. Going over to the Guardian coach, Jax, were you ready for that game? I mean, you obviously were ready. You're obviously ready. What did you do to get ready for that?
Apart from practicing, we know what Warriors generally run, and I think I was expecting like a lot of control from the Warriors, so we were pretty much going to match it with equal amounts of control and retaliation. But I don't think they had as much control as we thought they would. So I think our damage was just a bit too much, and our boons just weren't really. They have no real way to rip them down. Even hitting through, it's not really as effective as you know, like, because they got the recent buff, and it still isn't enough to get through protection and regen and stuff. And when you stack them on top of each other, it's pretty hard.
Absolutely. I was actually really excited to see this game. You guys said you'd been practicing for a lot. It showed off. We saw a great game. Titan, I don't know if you were able to watch the Warrior game, but Titan, this bunker warrior, has destroyed every single game he has played up until now. I've never seen him die so many times in one game, and you guys just tore him to shreds. K-pop, do you have something planned for this next game?
For this next match, I'm actually going to jump in there and play. No, actually, yeah, we have a little thing up our sleeve here. We're going to try one more trick. This is best of 5. Full Fire has been our map, except for that one hiccup with the Rangers, so we think we have a chance here.
Jax,
do you think
you're going to wipe this, or what? What are we seeing from you, Jax?
I'm not going to say.
He's not saying.
That's
He's keeping it
yes.
under wraps.
Are you seriously playing? Because I'll jump in, man.
No, he's not playing.
Make this
No,
coach
I'm
on
not
coach.
letting the guys have. They're having their fun, man. I'm just scared to help out.
We might do a professional SOAC next month. I'd definitely love to see you guys go at it. But for now, yeah, definitely keeping it to the volunteers. I would like to see you guys fight it out, though. That would be fantastic.
Did you guys hear that you're going to be carrying me on a pro team now, right? You heard that, right?
Yeah, it's called Monster Flux. Is number 1. You guys are both in it. You're gonna let him run dual pistols. With like 0 traits, and he's probably never gonna dodge. But he's gonna be number 1 on leaderboards, and it's all because of you. So I hope you guys are ready to start doing that.
Actually, I will dodge. I can do that.
Well, fantastic. I'm glad you can do that, Filibuster.
A thing I can do.
A thing.
I may not know what all my abilities do anymore because it's been September since I've played it, but I can dodge.
Oh, fantastic. You maybe teach me how to play. I'm a noob. I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad. I'm not that great either, so. Alright, coming up, guys, if you do have Guild Wars open, if you're in Black Market Shop, get ready. About 30 seconds, I'm going to be dropping the first gem code. It does not have the last letter on it, not number. It is a letter. So you would get ready. Good question. I actually don't know if these are NA only. Unfortunately, these are North American only. I do apologize for that. Don't have any European cards here, I guess. I didn't even think about that, so I do apologize. Hopefully, next month we'll have some cooler things for people tuning in from Europe as well. Alright, guys, I hope you are ready, and good luck guessing.
Now, for everyone who may have joined the call a bit late, the stream a bit late, I'll go ahead and introduce myself and us. My name is Filibuster Fox, and I'm from Tower Dive TV. Joining me today is Android, also known as Sean Bell. Well, I can't say his last name. What? How is that said again, please?
Buell, Sean Buell. Yeah, it can be hard to say the first time, actually. It's kind of weird, but
I've never really tried till now.
Fantastic. You always just see it. But I'm also from the reddit.com/r/GW3esports. Just to let you guys know again, you go over there, subscribe. You can see daily builds. You can see some SPVP, TPVP discussion, as well as cool interviews with some of the better players. We actually did launch a guild today as well for our 1,000 sub celebration. So you can join our guild. We're going to have some pros in there as well. We're going to have pugs, stuff like that. So it's great if you're trying to learn SPVP, TVP, TPVP, or if you're just trying to learn some more. Absolutely.
And us at Tower Dive TV helping out with this tournament. We have a website at www.towerdive.tv, a YouTube channel at youtube.com/TowerDiveTV, and of course our Twitch at here, which is twitch.tv/TowerDiveTV for those of you who may be watching the videos on demand. And of course you can follow us on our Twitter at TowerDiveTV. My Twitter is at FilibusterFox in case you want to follow me specifically, and Sean's Twitter is at Sean.
It's right there in chat. Yeah, don't even have to try. I threw it in chat if you guys want to follow me. I got a daily Guild Wars 2 PvP news right on there. Quick shout out before this game gets ready. It looks like we have everyone in game. Shout out to SOAC, Sitting on a Couch Gaming, for running this. Check them out at sittingonacouch.com, and you can check out their YouTube at SOAC Gaming. Shout out to IntoTheMist.com, Guild Wars 2 Guru, and to Maker. They helped us kind of promote this as well as to lend us their custom arenas so we could actually have these tournaments in it.
Of course, and a shout out to lolpro.com, partners with Tower Dive TV. And we are going right into this match, going right to the map to see where things are going. Coaches, if you're still on the call, please go ahead and leave now. And they're out the gate they go. All right, so we've got 3 from the blue team heading down and 2 going over towards the waterfall. 3 from the red team going right to the graveyard and 2 to the quarry.
Same splits, actually. We're doing 3 mid, 2 off point. So identical splits from both teams.
Now let's
Guardians did get that mid early, though.
Where they are coming from. Okay, Titan sneaking a little bit around. He's going right to the quarry there. He's not going mid at all. He's going right to the back point. However, Brave Shikari sees him, and Team Captain Apollo is already there to defend. He's going to be in a 2v1 situation, but that will hopefully tie up 2 of their team to give his team a chance to take this middle point here. We'll see what ends up going from that. Dini Kong in there all by himself, trying to 1v2 there with Scrub Hates PvP. Professor Chops and Miser Lord back out in the background. Sky Evelyn and Daniel definitely holding into this middle point here. I'm not really sure if I'm saying that right, but I'm going to go with Daniel or Danielle, either of the two. I'll use them interchangeably, I'm sure. Team Captain Apollo doing a good job of fighting over here with Professor Chops here. Now, what are you expecting to see from the Warriors team? They said they had a trick up their sleeve that they were going to try. What do you think that trick is, Andrew?
You know what? What I think I was hoping they would try is maybe do a split, do the waterfall quarry split, and maybe even an early Lord rush. If they were to go to Lord right now, kind of get them off their feet and get that kill, it might be something a little effective for the Warriors since they're already behind.
Indeed, the Warriors did grab the waterfall, and they're contesting the quarry, but it's no good. The quarry, the graveyard is already lost to the Guardians, and it looks like they're not going to hold on to this point here. Titan and Danny Kong doing their best to hold on here, but Titan goes down. No stomp yet. He's still fighting. Knocks down Apollo. Danny Kong gets stomped, and he's out. And here comes the stomp onto Titan. Sky Avalon not quite getting. He's just going to hit him with a hammer then. So, Titan comes right back up, and he's back into the fight, still contesting this. Team Captain Apollo about to get stumped, and is he going to... Bam! Down goes Team Captain Apollo. Sky Avalon, the only one holding Titan off of this bottom point here. Meanwhile, up in the waterfall, I believe. Where are you? Okay, here you are at the graveyard. Professor Chops fighting against 3 from the red team here. Looks like Titan did end up dying there, so they're going to lose the quarry and the graveyard. Down goes Professor Chops as well. The Guardians having another successful start here, just pushing these 2 points and really holding on to this match by any grip that they can get a hold on. They're leading by 65 points or so, and the Warriors are having some trouble coming into the second match once again.
Absolutely. That midpoint, they only have 1 Guardian midpoint, but all the Warriors are so worried about taking that off point. Like I said, they are going to try and do that split. If they could manage to get that split, they would be able to build up enough points if they could hold them. But looking at those Guardian boons, it is just insane. They're reaching 20 stacks of might, almost permanent regen, retail, vigor. Though the Warriors are just having such a hard time without any boon strip.
Yeah, all the Warriors are just constantly getting put into fights where they're end up in team fights that they don't want to be in team fights. And here goes the stomp on Chops, once again taking down another. Scrub hates PvP, and a lot of trouble, about to get stomped by Sky Avalon, and there goes the stomp on that as well. More and more kills. They're now leading by 110 points or so. Titan doing his best to stay alive here, but only the waterfall is held. Red isn't even contesting it. They're just staying together to ensure that they're winning these fights. Down goes Titan, once again dying. So very shocking after the previous matches that we've watched him and how often he's dying to these Guardians. 130 points behind now, quickly coming up to that 300, 350 point thing where the Guardians could potentially just go and finish using the Lord, or they could continue holding the points and getting kills like they are.
I would definitely assume the Guardians are going to try and just hold the points. I don't see them rushing Lord. If they did, they're going to be a little slower. They're do tons of damage, so it wouldn't be that much slower. But if the Warriors could hold all the points and stop that Lord, that would definitely put them back into the game.
Absolutely. They're going to have a hard time of it. They don't seem to be getting much success in fights, so very hard to kill these Guardians. And they're just not seeing success from what they're trying. They really have to mix it up and get something to happen. Professor Chops getting out of that fight because he's so very low, but that leaves Titan and Scrub Hates PvP all alone against these 2, Arkin and Sky Avalon, who are quickly going to take Scrub Hates PvP because he is that long bow guy. He doesn't have the tankiness Titan does. Titan sticking around. He's trying to stay alive here, manages to get back up and right back into this fight. Are we going to see enough damage from Titan and Scrub Hates PvP? But Scrub Hates PvP gets right out of there, and it's just Titan and Avalon all alone on this point once again. Meanwhile, Scrub getting chased down. Danny Kong trying to fight to defend the waterfall, finally being contested by the red team. The Guardians coming in here and taking this point. Team Captain Apollo fighting against Chops and Danny Kong for waterfall. Further expanding their advantage here. They've got 360 points now. They could win with a Lord kill at any time now, but they've got such a lead. They don't need to take risks. They don't need to try to force something. They can just continue what they're doing and come in for the win.
And something I'd like to point out, Game 2, Warriors did try something different. Titan has been rocking that great hammer every game this match. He did switch out for a great sword this game. He's trying to do more damage and trying to lower the CC he has because there's really nothing he can do with the permanent stability that the Guardians have.
Well,
but unfortunately, it's not doing enough.
No, not nearly. 417 points for the red team now against 120 for the blue. This is an even more dominant lead than the last round we saw. And they are contesting this last point here, but it's just Arkin alone against Titan and Chops. He should have a lot of trouble here, unless here comes more help for the blue team. Daniel is not far off, but is it going to be enough to save Elric there? A lot of trouble here. Now it's 3-on-4. Miser Lord coming right in here as well. These Guardians just staying alive through all these situations. So much sustain, so many buffs all over the place. Titan is down. Scrubs, Dini, and Miser Lord all bleeding out. And down goes Chops as well. Just an complete dominating fight here. Up to 476 points. They're going to be able to probably take off this point off the back of this. Only Danny Kyung is the only one remaining here. There goes the capture point in favor of Red. Only 10 points to go, 7 points to go, 4 points to go. And we're going to see this match finish up right here with 504 points to 120 in favor of the Guardians. Once again, going 2-0 in this best-of-5 finals match. The Guardians are looking very strong right now. 200 points and 190 points on their top scores to 15 points. And 15 points on the top score for the blue team. The Warriors had a rough time last match, but this match, they were just completely overwhelmed here. And they're in a lot of trouble. This third game really needs to have an adjustment there if they're going to stand up and have a chance to come back in this tournament. Is there anything that you can think that they can do to really get out of there and come back?
The only thing I think that would be possible is a complete change of runes for the Warrior. If they were able to get some Radisum, I believe is the strip runes that have a chance to remove a condition. That would really be the only thing possible that I could see would help. Before we get into this game 3, this could be the last game. Me and Fox actually weren't able to interview the Elementalists, the Thief, and the Mesmers. They weren't part of our bracket. I would like to bring them in for a couple minutes just to talk about how their brackets went before we go into a game that could be the final game for the SOAC gaming tournament.
Indeed. Glory at stake here. The Guardians well off to a good start in this best-of-5. A dominating lead and a scary, scary advantage. The Warriors are really going to have to come back from this if they're going to have it. They have to win 3 games straight against the team that's been so powerful compared to them. As we wait on the coaches to come in, for anyone who may have tuned in late, my name is Filibuster Fox, and I am joined today by Android, a.k.a. Sean Buell. I can't even say it.
It happens. It happens. I'm fine with that.
Buell, right?
Buell. Sean
Okay.
Buell. Yeah. There we go. Proper pronunciation. No
Yay!
problem. It is hard. It is hard.
Mine's worse, but I can't do it. Anyways, so this is the brain fart, the SOAC tournament here of the profession matches. All of these games have been one class exclusively. All the members on there, the same class, fighting for the winning of this tournament here. Still waiting on these coaches to join in, so be sure to check out Tower Dive TV at towerdive.tv. Check out our YouTube videos at youtube.com/towerdivetv. Check out our Twitter at towerdivetv. And of course, check out our partners at LOLPro at lolpro.com. If you play League of Legends, that's a good site for guides and such like that. We're adding guides to our own website, and of course, with the success of this event, we're looking definitely to get more involved in Guild Wars 2, so expect to see some more of us in the future here. Details to come. And, okay, we've got Zeus in here. Hello, Zeus.
Hey, what's going on? Just
Pleasure
got pulled
to
in
meet you.
here. What's going on?
We're trying
to
to
start with you. A quick interview with some of the team captains of the teams that we actually didn't have the opportunity to cast.
Oh, man.
So, Zeus, starting with you, one of my favorite team coaches going into this game, Zeus, legendary. I want to say North American. He's from North America. He does play on EU, though, because he sucks. No, I'm just kidding. How did your bracket go? We did not get the opportunity to watch that at all. Can you kind of explain what happened?
Yeah, we played against the Thieves, and it was pretty one-sided. And it was a 2-0 match, and then we played against the Guardians. And then I was like, all right, guys, listen, I can knock you around a lot, so we have to take Armor of the Earth. We need the stability. And we came in there, and the first game we stomped, and we were like, yeah, we're feeling good. And they came for a Lord Rush at the end, a Desperation Lord Rush. And Lord, thank God, by the power of Elementalists, he lived with like half HP. And it was like 370 to 500, super close match. And then the second match came around, and I think Sylvan told them to go change their builds because they changed to like retail builds with hammers. And they came in and they just like dominated the second game, and I was like, oh man, we're definitely gonna need to kite them on and off point more.
So, have you been watching this game, Zeus? The
I
Warriors
watched.
versus Guardians?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Dude,
Is
the
there
retail.
is there
insane.
anything that the Warriors can do to win this? That you have an idea at least.
If any of the warriors know how to play longbow, longbow actually has like a nice quick burst, and you can shoot it through like terrain and walls and stuff because it's like an explosion. It's like cluster bomb for thieves, and it applies burning. But like the burning is not the big thing. It's just the warriors need stuff to kite the guards without getting into their symbols and letting them like spin on it so that they get retail and burning and just like all that stuff is just killing the warriors. Because if you look, the warriors will come in like 100 blades, and they'll do just as much damage to themselves as they are to the guardians. So retail on warriors is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, this has been an insane couple games. Hopefully we see maybe a switch up, maybe a change in strategy, and we can see Warriors, just win this game, maybe go to a game 4, and maybe even a game 5. We're going to have a quick discussion with Nettle the Thief in 1 second. If you guys are ready, I'm going to post the second gem code, another 1,200 gems. Catch the last letter, not number. Again, it is a letter, and go. Nettle, how did your... Oh, sorry, Filibuster.
So, Nell, I have one quick question before Sean gets to the actual viable questions.
All right.
Were there any double pistol thieves on your team?
There was not.
You just destroyed Filibuster.
I will try to work one in Saturday
Okay.
if I get the chance.
So, you know what? That's why you lost.
It might be.
I agree.
So we're gonna have a Filibuster fan match on Saturday. Like I'm not actually sure if this is happening, but wouldn't it be great to get Mortar Voss versus an Unload Thief? That would be a dream matchup for Filibuster, and something that I personally would love to see.
Oh, it would be fantastic.
So Nettle, how did your games go against the Elementalists? What happened in those games?
Well, it was a rough matchup. Thieves have a lot of trouble against Elementalists, especially in the team fights. We almost managed to pull the Forest game, though, because we had some crazy strategery going on and trickery with the NPCs, and we only lost by about 35 on that.
Oh my gosh, so close.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I forgot. I don't mean to discredit the thieves. I forgot about the Forest game because the Legacy game was so insane.
It was
But
actually really
Forest
close.
game was super close. Yeah, it was actually
down to
like
one
really
kill
close.
on the NPCs.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
came down
and
to a boss fight.
Bowfire, we got stomped pretty hard. We just couldn't stand up in any of the team fights.
Absolutely. And then, did you go to a consolidation match, Nettle?
Yeah, actually, we played the Mesmers.
How'd that game go? Who won that?
We pretty much just short-bowed them into oblivion.
Fantastic.
Just cluster bomb, dagger stormed them into the ground. They couldn't keep any clones up.
Absolutely. Quick question for you, Nettle. What was the highest ranked thief on your team? The reason why I asked is I'm a huge fan of Cultist from EU. He always wears Flame Legion set, and he looks so awesome. So I was wondering if there's any awesome-looking thieves on your team.
We did have one thief that was in his low 40s, I think he was 43 or 44, who played in the LE matches.
Absolutely. I'm personally only 33. I would love to get to that 50 and get Flame Legion for my engineer. I'm working on that pretty hard right now. So, thank you. And then, were we all ready? And then, sorry, we didn't get to do this with you guys. Zeus,
What's up?
do you want to do a shout-out to your team, to your guild, anyone else?
Oh yeah, sure. I'd just like to give a shout out to my team on EU, TCG, the Civilized Gentlemen, and pretty much just everybody that got this tournament organized and invited me. It was pretty cool. It's kind of like on a whim thing. I was literally invited like
48 hours we put
48
this
hours
together,
ago.
so
Yeah.
we've been talking a lot over the past 2 days. I appreciate for you guys coaching as well. One more question for you, Zeus. What makes you known in the Guild Wars 2 scene? You're pretty popular. Why is that?
A lot of people have told me I have a butter smooth voice, and they just like hearing me talk all the time.
love
But I don't think that's true.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that 100%.
Oh man, I'm gonna have.
If gaming doesn't work, go to Shoutcast.
I could try, dude.
All right.
I'll try my hand at whatever.
Guys, I
Oh, the
hate to
Warrior
cut this
Guardian
short,
game is starting.
but we're getting into the match here, so I have to ask the coaches to leave here as we get into the third match of this best of 5 between the blue team Warriors and the red team Guardians. The Guardians have started with a 2-0 dominating lead here, so we have to see if these Warriors are going to be able to pull anything out of this match and be able to come back into this tournament here. They've got to win 3 straight to win. All the Guardians have to do is win 1 more match, so it's all on the line for the Warriors at this point.
Absolutely. We actually have the 2 points started off for the Guardians. They do have windmill. They do have that clock tower. That's going to really hurt the Warriors. The Warriors have already shown that it's very hard for them to take points against these Guardians.
Absolutely, and 2-1 advantage. We saw something similar to that in the last game, and we'll have to see how they respond here. Scrub Hates PvE is having a little trouble here with Sky Avalon over at the windmill, but at least he's pushing pressure onto it by himself there. Although
the Guardians, sorry to cut you off, the Guardians, really smart play. They rushed that trap and took it out right in the beginning of the game. That would have helped the Warriors so much to control that midpoint, kind of like we saw earlier in the game with the Rangers. So that Guardians already on point with that trap.
Absolutely. Neither team seems to be bothering with the trebuchets after that. They're both just going right to the fight. I believe the Warriors may be a little afraid to break up their personnel too much to use said trebuchet, but they're already behind about 60 points, and they're quickly falling behind in this match. Titan just getting knocked around by Ark and Elric, just having that little hammer hitting such a big guy so much. Just looks very, very strange, but poor Titan not having the tankiness to stand up to these Guardians here, going past the corpse of Professor Chops here, just showing once again this lead continuing to extend. A little fight at the mansion here as Brave Shikari is trying to fight Miser Lord and Danny King.
And you have that tiny Azura Apollo in there, jumping around, dodging around, very hard to see, but he is doing so much work on this mansion point.
Absolutely, and Titan and Miser Lord Danny Kong just now reviving. Professor Chops about to go down as well if they're going to be able to get the stomp onto him, and he's in a lot of trouble here. Not quite taken down yet, but are we going to see him die here? They may just let him come back up. There he goes, back up.
He was able to get that vengeance, coming back up for the next 20 seconds to try and help take that point back.
Absolutely. Now, we're seeing already a 160-point lead for the red team. Is going terribly. All 3 points in control of the red team, and they're getting the kills. Professor Chops is dead now. And that is 4-on-5 fight here. Scrub Hates PvE in a lot of trouble. He's about to go down as well. Miser Lord goes down as well. They've got to try and get up from this, try and survive. They've got to get back up. No, Miser Lord goes down to the stomp. Scrub Hates PvE, the only remaining dying member. And here comes a stop from Apollo. Is he gonna? He gets right out just in time. He jumps right back up. Danny Kong in a lot of trouble as well up at the windmill against Daniel and Sky Avalon. A little hard to see the names to them. And, you know, we've got Brave Shakira and Team Captain Apollo just going right in on Scrub Hates PvE, who goes down as well. Titan is dead. Danny Kong now dead as well. This constant deaths all over the Warriors point. They're not able to pick up the kills. They're not able to pick up the points. Windmill is contested now. Now the clock tower is also contested, so it's almost like a comeback, but they're already 250 points behind and haven't even broken 30 points here. They really are running into a lot of trouble in the face of these Guardians.
And this is something that I did not expect at all. The Guardians have been able to learn from their previous matches where maybe the Warriors haven't learned as much. These Guardians want to win this tournament, and they want to win it with a bang.
And they look like they're going to. The Warriors played so very, very strong through the brackets, coming up through the semifinals rather convincingly, going 2-1 against the also strong Rangers. But up against the Guardians, they're running into so much trouble. And 334 points to 29, only 170 points left to go. They've got all 3 points. The Warriors, is there really anything they can do to come back at this point?
It's going to be very hard. They're definitely not out. There is 10.5 minutes. If the Warriors are able to get it together, what they need is they need a 3-cap right now, or maybe 2-cap, neutralizing a point, and get that Warrior Trebuchet going, and taking out some of these Guardians.
Unfortunately, they keep dying all the time, which is causing them to come in one at a time, and they're getting split up, so they're ending up in a lot of times 2v1 fights, such like that. They are ending out outnumbered, which is progressively increasing the problem here. This Apollo in a lot of trouble against 3 of the blue team, Miser Lord, Scrub Hates PvE, and of course Professor Chops. And I lied, it was actually Titan, not Scrub Hates PvE, that was there as well, Dini Kong, for taking that mansion. They're finally capturing a point, doing a little dance because of it, but that's not going to be enough. They're going to have to pressure these other points. They're doing good staying together here. They really need to be a major force and just catch a trebuchet to the face, but they need to be a major force and hit them as one. They can't be stringing out like they have been after their deaths.
And I want to talk about Brave Shikari right here. This Guardian is doing so much damage. He is roaming around the map. He has, I believe, a scepter, torch, and a sword focus, and he is doing so much damage. Sorry, sword focus. So he is doing so much damage. He's roaming. He has 160 points. The highest points on Warriors is 55. So he is doing so much damage right now against these Warriors.
Well, unfortunately, this looks like it'll be the end of the match for them. They're going for the trebuchet. Unfortunately, that won't stop the red team from getting points, and another kill from Brave Shikara there on Dini Kong. And that's 500 points right there. A dominating lead in the last of the best of 3. The red team Guardians take it 503 to 51. Just huge scores. At least this time the blue team managed to tie up to the lowest score on the red team with 55 points, but so very one-sided. The most one-sided match we've seen today. And that does finish off this best of 3 and give the congratulations to finishing first to the red team Guardians.
Congratulations to the Guardian team. All you other Guardians out there, I hope you are proud for your team. I've been playing Guardian the last week, switching off from my engineer, so I am pretty happy. I'm really interested in seeing the builds these guys were running. I hope you guys had a great time. That was a fantastic set of games right there.
Absolutely. I had so much fun. Everyone in chat, did you have fun? Now we're going to get a delayed response as we wait for the chat to say that. But yes, everyone in chat, tell us how much fun you have. Thank you for your compliments on our shoutcasting, and we very much appreciate it. Now, for those of you who may have missed the last time I said this, my name was Filibuster Fox, hosting this today for Tower Dive TV, joined today by Android, also known as Sean Buell.
We have it closer every time.
Getting there. Getting there.
You can see me over at reddit.com/r/GW2esports. Subscribe there, and you can see some awesome builds, daily discussions, and you can even join our new guild if you want to play with some of the better players or really learn how to play PvP in Guild Wars 2.
Absolutely. And if you like League of Legends, of course, check out lolpro.com, the partners of Tower Dive TV. And of course, there's more information at towerdive.tv, youtube.com/towerdivetv, and twitch.tv/towerdivetv, which is where you're at now.
Sorry, we're going to do a couple more shout-outs. We are going to have, like, award ceremony. I do believe we have a bunch of gold to give away to these Guardians. They definitely earned it. But we are going to get James in the call 1 second. Going to do some more shout-outs real quick. Sittingonacouch.com, SOAC Gaming is their YouTube. Tower Dive TV, visit that website. Follow them on Twitter. They're fantastic. IntoTheMist.com. You can visit that website for some great PvP as well as PvE discussions. In my opinion, they have the best calculator for making builds in all of Guild Wars 2. I personally use it daily. Tamaker, twitch.tv/Tamaker, a great streamer. He lent us this arena today so we could actually host the tournament. GuildWars2Guru.com lent us their arena as well, and they also helped to promote it. I want to say thanks to all the coaches that helped. We had our Necromancer Ghibli, we had our Engineer Steamhawk, we had our Elementalist Zeus, our Warrior K-Pop, our Thief Nettle, our Mesmer Sup Cutie, and they really just helped us today. As well as, our Ranger Nate. He was a fantastic guy. We kind of got him last moment. And for the gold, we did get some gold and item donations to give away to these teams, the winners. We didn't have any prizes until yesterday, and people were donating gold. I want to do some shout outs. Rallied Flower Corpse sent me some gold to give away. Thank you so much. Someone sent me gold, or someone sent James gold, didn't give their name, but he wanted to give me the message. Balthazar and Grant, thank you, great heroes, but we ran out of Zaishin keys. Not sure where that's from, but he sent us some gold as well. Sitting on a Couch actually sent most of the gold. They gave around 50. Pyro Atheist was able to donate some gold, and Adastra was able to donate some gold. So thank you, all of you, for kind of giving some gold out, helping the winners a little more.
Absolutely, and hopefully we'll have the coach in the call here shortly. If you want to go ahead and add them in here.
Can I get James right in the call? See, he's going to be running the after show. We're just going to be here to show it off.
Fantastic.
How's it going, James?
Hey guys, how you doing, man? Are we getting the other guys on? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I don't know if the Warriors are more tired than me or not.
I don't think you've slept. I personally want to do a big shout out to James. He is the one that put together this whole tournament. It was his idea, it's his baby, and he just really got us all to help him. He's been working so hard the past like 3 days. He's probably averaged an hour of sleep a night trying to get this all set together. So big shout out to James, big shout out to SOAC.
Thanks, man. We were excited. It's definitely bigger than anything we thought would happen. It was a lot of fun to put together. I was floored by everybody who took part in it and the way the community just jumped at it. I was a little nervous, terrified actually, about 20 minutes before the event started that nobody would watch it. You know how you get when you worry about things like that. And then I get on, and there's all those things going on. People not showing up that were supposed to show up, were supposed to be there, and guys trying to find replacements as quickly as they can. And everybody just jumped together and pulled as many people in it, and it just kept growing. I think during the stream, I got half a dozen private messages I didn't see until after I checked the screen, and a lot of emails and private messages from people who were just totally pumped by it, and your guys' podcasting especially, and the new guys, how they improved over time. All in all, it went really well, and I thank you guys for doing it. And Lunette, I appreciate you guys lending your experience on it.
No problem. Hopefully we can continue to run things like this in the future, and oh dear God, lightning.
You could have one of these brave guardians come protect you with their shields. They'll stop the lightning.
So for the award we have close to...
Yeah, Titan. Go ahead,
we have
James.
about 100 gold, I think, for the winning team for this Thursday one. There is a Saturday version of this, and it's going again. It'll be different team queues and stuff like that, but everybody can sign up. That we'll be able to sign up. Same thing. I don't think you guys are part of that one. I think you guys had to work, and so it kind of peeled away. And Luna, as great as you were, I'm not sure you wanted to give away 2 straight free podcasts. So you guys were fantastic.
It's actually not like I said. Talk to me in private. We're going to work something out.
Sorry.
I'm really interested in making this grow as an esport. I mean, I was really surprised at the turnout today, and everybody was really impressed with the tournament. You know, we didn't have any complaints about the shoutcasting. Everybody was really happy. I was really impressed with our guys, too, considering we've never done a Guild Wars 2 tournament before. So I'm definitely interested in making sure that this happens more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was pretty intense. In fact, when we saw the last matchup, I knew the last fight would not be as pretty as a tournament player. I can tell when that Guardians are really, really tough especially for 1 or 2 classes, and the Warriors were like the wrong one. And I was kind of hoping they might come up with something that might be able to counter it, but they didn't really have a chance. I mean, it's not a good matchup for them. It's the hard counter, and it's just the luck of the draw on that one. So. Other than that, I think all the games went really well. We had a couple blowouts, but I think the best games were actually the semifinals. I don't know, Lena, if you'd have to see the semifinals, but they were
our semifinal games were quite. That last game there was probably the best game we had all night. That was such a fantastic game. So it was within like 20 points or something. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ellie's actually just ran out of gas at the end. It looked like they couldn't keep it up going, and they lost the Guardians at the very end. And the Guardians just found a build that worked against it, and it countered them, and then everybody came over to watch you guys. And in fact, the Elementalists were so tired they were like, we're not going to take place in the 3rd-point game. Let's let the Raiders take 3rd place. So it was a great day, and I appreciate all you guys doing everything. I think I can't think of a better way to put it than it was absolutely awesome. It was beyond anything I could think of, and just the thought that something small like this could bring in this many people who had a great time and got to watch it, and reading some of the chat was pretty funny. I think like most of the people who were watching the tournament didn't realize the level of experience on these guys was not as high as everybody else. But just knowing that in the future we'll be able to do things at a higher level, as well as keeping this nice casual thing going on. So, anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say, I think.
I love doing this. I cannot wait until next month. We have a whole month to prepare now, not 2 days. So I don't even know what kind of quality we're going to see next month. It's going to be insane. There's so many things we wanted to do this month. It just was not feasible to fit in the 48 hours of time that we had to kind of set this up.
Yeah, and the best part about the whole thing was that we were able to figure out what works and what doesn't. Best of 5 is really tough. I didn't realize how long everything would take, and there were a lot of glitches that we can fix up next time, and it'll be a lot smoother. We'll have everything prepped ahead of time, and listening to you guys, I think it gave all the other shoutcasters out there just an idea as to what they could do in a shoutcast. So it was pretty impressive.
Well, thank you very much.
Just to kind of let you guys know again, if you didn't catch that, Filibuster Fox has not played Guild Wars in 7 months. This is my first live cast. I've never really casted anything before, except like 1 game of League of Legends with Filibuster Fox. So hopefully by our next cast, if that happens, we will be a lot better, and you guys will enjoy it more.
Holy cow, did John Peters actually just comment on your guys' chat?
He is.
Am I reading that right? That's the John Peters?
Yes, I'll be getting into contact with him here momentarily. So good times, good times with the tournament today.
Oh my goodness, he's not just hey, when you're talking to him, can you mention Desrod does not work properly? No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
I hate to say this, and I'm probably gonna get some flack for this. I have no idea who he is.
Me either.
Oh, he's probably the most famous dev in Guild Wars for the ArenaNet guys. He's made a couple of comments, and like people take pictures when they run into him of him. I think recently he was running around as a 5 signet build, which the last match that you guys saw, that was in honor of John Peters, because there's a picture of him running around in 5 signets, and then the next patch they improved signets and everybody. So it's a running joke between the Guild Wars community and John Peters. It's a love-hate relationship. It's one of those things. We see him, we want to do everything we can to mess with him.
I have to apologize to all the individuals telling me, how dare I not know John Peters. I'll be rectifying that situation here momentarily when he contacts me on Skype. So have no fear, guys. I'll be able to get all nice and cuddly with him. That was probably the wrong and least professional word to use.
Best and most professional.
It might work out.
That's
John Peters, Guild Wars 2 esports. Let's make it happen. I will do anything in my power to make sure I can help.
You guys don't understand how great ArenaNet has been for myself. We're a small podcasting website. That's what we do. We do some things that nobody else does. And we're not big. We don't do a whole lot of things. I think we get, maybe 40. We've been around 2 months. We have about 45,000 listens and downloads in the 2 months that we've been doing this. And it's just slowly growing. We're not, it's not a business. It's not something I do. It's something we do in our spare. We do for fun. And a lot of great podcasters that helped us put this together. And it just, and we contacted ArenaNet and we told them about this, and they've just been right there with us the whole time. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic in getting back to me, and and it's amazing because we're not big, and yet they always keep in contact with me. They sent me an email. I think, Sean, you got it. It was just this awesome email about
it was fantastic.
Going on and all that we were able to do. And, because we're for the casual guys. I know that you guys are big on esports, and that's where ArenaNet wants to be. But in order for us to get there, we need the casual guys. And today, a lot of the casual fans got a chance to see what tournaments are like in this type of a setting. So it was a lot of fun. That was our main purpose behind this, and so just hearing from them and all that stuff, they've been really great in terms of keeping all that stuff up. So. So are we going to put Warriors on here so we can congratulate them and give them...
Unfortunately, we don't have all their Skypes. Some of them already went to bed, I believe. But I don't blame you, especially if you're on the East Coast. But if we could get Jackson here, who was the coach, and I would definitely like to congratulate him.
By the way,
they're all here. Also, do you have their Skypes? Do they have Skype? I'll definitely add them into this call.
There was a Guardian or Warrior who ended up being a couple hours late for work just because he didn't want to get rid of their... he didn't want to drop his team. I don't know who it was. I can't remember the name.
It's a Guardian, man. He was late for work because he didn't want to drop the team.
Yeah, fantastic, dude. What was his name again? We got to give the guy props. I can't believe the guy.
Oh, I had it written down. Hold on. Hold on. I think it was Devils. Yeah, it was Devils. He was late for work so that he could play that last game.
Yeah, just absolutely fantastic. These guys went all out. I mean, and the funny thing is, I knew the Guardians would do well because as soon they were practicing before this thing even became big. Like they were begging me to get people to their team together so they can practice. And I think Sylvan, they've been bugging you since they found out you were a coach. Like they were scheduling times to get together. It was just pretty incredible. Apollo Sunlight, yeah. So they did. It was pretty awesome watching them all, watching everybody. I think the Rangers did too. In fact, the teams that did the best were the teams that actually got together before the event happened and just had an awesome event time. So. Wow, this is incredible. John Peters, man. I feel I don't know what to say.
All right, I am going to get those Guardians on so we could say congratulations.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if I could add their right names, I think in the last 2 days, my Skype contacts went up by like 40, so I'm like kind of disoriented a little bit on who is who.
Pardon me? I'm sorry, I was reading
so many
the
different
chat.
coaches.
The chat's pretty impressive right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We're supposed to be talking and we're just reading the chat.
Really want to throw another great shout out to how great this community is. Playing in other gaming communities, I've been in esports for about 8 years. This is the most polite and most informative community that I have ever had the opportunity to play with. Even when solo queuing in Guild Wars 2, and I managed to make mistakes, you don't meet nicer people in any esport that I've played so far. So I want to say thank you. I recognize a bunch of you in chat. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you as much. I was kind of busy. But yeah, thanks all of you guys. So I really appreciate it. I will do anything I can to help this game progress. I love playing this game, and I think it would be an amazing esport.
Yeah, I actually wish I could play it more often. I don't actually get to play as often as I used to since I started doing podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I get on, hey, what about this build? Can you try this out? I'm like, oh, yes, I guess I can. Yes, thank you. So, and now everybody will know who you are, Sean, and it's going to be impossible for you to actually play without people commenting.
Seriously, so the past couple of weeks, I started playing again when they announced Spectator. I was like playing by myself almost the whole time. Like I had a few friends playing with me, but a lot of people, like most nights I was playing by myself. So I've got all these ads in game. It's awesome. I finally have people to play with.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's incredible, and the community's been awesome. Jax here was on our first Guardian podcast. It was the second one, the second podcast, and then he just jumped right in when we asked him if he could help. At first, he volunteered to actually be on the team, and then once everything started to get really intense, he volunteered right off the bat to coach, and did a fantastic job, by the way. All the Guardians are probably asleep already, so we're trying to get them on. Everybody, I apologize for the length of time this has taken. We will get you guys scheduled up to do a podcast as well. Get everybody in there when everybody's a little bit more awake.
So we have one of the Guardians One of them.
All right.
I'm gonna pull it on. He's gonna get the congratulations of 5 people, so I hope he is ready. And I'm guessing this is Apollo, right? I'm guessing by his Skype name. I'm not gonna throw the whole name out there, but Apollo might be part of it.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey.
Apollo, you were the fan favorite Guardian this game. How do you feel coming off that victory?
Feels pretty good. That was an intense match.
I'm glad. So you guys have been practicing quite a lot, right? If from what I hear, you played a lot today together.
Yeah.
So what did you do specifically to prepare for that? Just play,
Well,
just
I've been
practice.
playing Guardian since day one, so it was just kind of second nature to be on the Guardian team.
Absolutely. Well, you guys did awesome. So congratulations again.
Sounds like Apollo's still playing.
he couldn't stop playing, so he jumped into another tournament PvP. No, I don't know.
Well, congratulations too from sitting on the couch.com, Apollo. We're proud of you guys. You guys turned out big time. It was pretty awesome to see everybody do it, and we're proud of you guys. We really are. I am blown away by how awesome everything has become. So, thank you.
Big shout out to Titan being horrifying when he comes to my point.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
You guys tore him up. If you're listening, Titan, I don't mean that bad at all. You were a beast every other game. So, but you guys did make short work of him. That was very impressive. He put up a fight, but your guys' you just really were able to melt him down.
Yeah, every match prior to your matches, Titan was just this unstoppable wall. And then suddenly your match, and he was just as squishy as everyone else.
He literally because you probably didn't get to watch, he averaged 0 to 1 deaths a game.
Jeez, yeah, I didn't get to watch any of the other games. So I'll definitely have to check those out on the YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think a lot of the guys missed a lot of the games. I mean, it's some pretty crazy games on both sides. It was really hard for me to follow both of them. I got messages from Necros, did you see us play? Because that's where the podcast I do is focused on Necro side, so they were asking. But I got hardly any chances to watch anyone play, but it was... both sides were amazing. I think everybody's gonna. Now, are the videos from your guys' side? Are they gonna be on your here and on your YouTube, just to make sure everybody knows where to go to see them for?
Yes. Well, they'll primarily be on the YouTube. We'll edit them down. Basically, we'll cut out a lot of the in between. So I don't know. We might cut it with the in between stuff, since some of those interviews were pretty good. But we'll split it up per game. Per match set, anyways. And we'll get that to YouTube as soon as we can. Normally, I'm the one that does that, but I have to work in a few hours, and I'm exhausted, so we'll get to that when we can. We'll send the links to James. James, then you can put that on the thread from the original thing, get that out to everyone. And, of course, you can always just check our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Philippa, or that's mine. It's youtube.com/TowerDiveTV, and definitely just look there and keep in touch. They'll be up as soon as we can.
Oh man, I gotta learn to do that pitch just as fast as you do. That was
he every Skype call that he joins, he actually pitches it. It's fantastic.
Okay? I'll do my silent just because you mentioned it. But
So, all right, so this is Filibuster joining every Skype call, and I am not kidding. Every single Skype call.
why, hello everyone. My name is Filibuster Fox, and I have joined your Skype call. It comes from my YouTube days. I've made a bunch of YouTube videos, and I would lead everyone up with, my regular intro. So now I've got the intro down so well that it just sounds really good. This makes me horny.
And one last thing before anyone else leaves the stream, leaves chat, please tune in Saturday. What time is it starting Saturday?
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's an early start. We
Awesome.
thought we'd get it out of the way. This way, everybody's done by round 1.
I will be there.
Actually, now that we know what time it is, it'll be round 2. But the sign-ups are on each of the Guild Wars 2 forums for your specific profession. It'll say SOAC, profession tournament, and then you guys can sign up. And it will. They usually ArenaNet has been great at letting them stay in there, even though they're not really for professions, because they're profession specific. Except the Warriors forum moderator, John. The Warriors forum moderator keeps kicking my posts out. So please talk to him. No. That's why the Warriors lost today. Okay, well, congratulations, Sylvan. Congratulations to the Guardians. Sylvan, if you can send me the names of the people, we'll get them the gold to hand out so they can for the winnings, and we're really excited about it. Anything else, guys, you need me for?
Yeah, just one last thing, and then you can go, and then we'll probably be shutting down the stream. So, yes, Saturday, 10 a.m., tune in for the next SOAC tournament going on. It's a completely brand new bracket, so we're going to be seeing tons of awesome new games. And then I believe Sunday we have the King of the Beta tournament starting. Tune into that. Promote Guild Wars 2 esports. If someone could put a link in Twitch chat for that, that would be fantastic. And also tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. PST, MLG Seraph will be doing his YouTube video, the crowd stomp. Sorry, I probably said that wrong right there. So definitely check that out as well.
No, I don't even know what that is. What is that exactly?
MLG Seraph, he's part of MLG. He's the video director over there. He's actually part of the real MLG. He has been making these videos where he casts just random games and putting them up. His last one, he got well over like thousands of views. So hopefully this next one's going to be pretty great. Me and him are actually talking about doing a community one with the Guild Wars 2 GW2 esports subreddit. So if you would like to be part of that, you can go sub there. And yeah, it's a pretty great video series.
All right, well, fantastic. I appreciate everything you guys have done. Lunette, you guys are fantastic. John Peters, thanks for joining our chat there, man. Pretty amazing. You know, the whole thing is filling up. And Sylvan, great job on the Guardians. Fox, you guys are amazing. I think the two shoutcasters from our side, they came and they listened to your side. They didn't get to hear you at all, but they were blown away at how you guys were able to keep it going on. And I think Lunette got spammed by one of our guys, and so it was pretty awesome. I say that jokingly. Michael, you didn't spam Damon. So
I'm pretty sure she's probably willing to work with a bunch of casters from Guild Wars now.
It's true. I'm pretty sure after this tournament, we've officially decided to go ahead and open up a Guild Wars 2 branch of Tower Dive TV. It's probably going to get its own little name, though probably still going to be on this channel just to keep all the fan bases together. It's looking pretty nice, so we're going to see about setting up some tournaments and some more awesome casted games for you guys in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. Just so you know, Lunette, this was a amateur kind of tournament thing. The scrim earlier today between the EU and the NA guys, it hit around 1,000 views. So at its peak time. So when you guys get into the actual GW2 esports, the real competitive guys, they'll get there. They'll double, triple what we had today, and today was pretty strong.
Yeah,
so.
Like I said, I was fairly impressed for an amateur level tournament. This is a very big turnout. Essentially, what this says to me is that there's a huge desire for an esports presence from Guild Wars 2 that really I haven't ever seen. Granted, I'm not involved in the game very much, but generally, even if a game doesn't have, the biggest fan base, if they have a giant esports scene, people tend to know about them. Everybody knows about League of Legends, and they have a giant-ass esports scene. Even if you don't play it, you know about the game. So I'm really interested to see what can come of this, and, hopefully what we can go ahead and do here with the Guild Wars 2 community.
All right. Sorry we couldn't do a bigger thing, Jackson, but I think everybody's tired. We want to go to bed. Thank you guys for for letting me be a part of this. This is James Offerman, or a.k.a. Bass, from sittingondecouch.com or SOAC Gaming. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.
All right, everyone, I'll go ahead and do a sign-off here, and then the stream will come to an end. My name is Filibuster Fox, and I'm from Tower Dive TV. Joined today with me casting was Sean Buell,
also known as Android. I should change that eventually. So
I'll get it. I just had to think of Bueller, and I couldn't remember Bueller, so I had to think about it. That's why I'm slow. Okay, and you can, of course, follow Tower Dive TV at towerdive.tv. Of course, the videos on demand will be placed as soon as possible on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/TowerDiveTV. You can follow us on Twitter at TowerDiveTV, and our individual casters also have Twitters you can follow at FilibusterFox and at Sean Buell. I got it!
Fantastic. Thanks so much, guys.
Have a wonderful day, and thank you for